Forgot to unmute myself on OBS. Going well.
There
already.
we go.
There we go. Should be working. Give me a countdown whenever you're ready.
Yeah, almost.
This is gonna go great.
Okay, so yep, you can start whenever you're ready now. If you just want a countdown.
Yeah.
1 second. Okay, so countdown will come now. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
So Megatag, one of the first games on PC to not be worse than its console versions. In that, I assume it actually loads faster, but at the cost of crashing a little more often. Even if I've gotten lucky on that, I can't always assume that. But everything in this does feel like it goes a lot faster, especially because it's an action game compared to an RPG. But also, because of that, anything that goes wrong is probably my fault. Unless it's, like, a dog going really fast while moonwalking. Which, I really hope that doesn't happen. So in this first scene, we're forced to use Blanc. We're going to be using ROM for the first scenes 2 and 3. And Noir from that point onward. For this one, it's just Blanc. What the heck? Okay, this isn't going well as this isn't going as intended already. Cool. But oh well. That's just how things go. I don't know why, but the loading this game is actually kind of stuttery. I don't know if you guys are seeing that.
Yeah, so Blanc vs Zombies audio is stuttery. That is a thing. I mean, not audio, loading is stuttery on 1.0. They sped it, they made it not stuttery in later versions, but in exchange they made all the loading screens slower. That's why you have to play it on 1.0.
Okay, that makes sense. So from this point on, we're going to be using ROM with big AoEs, which, when you're fighting big hordes like you do in this game, is pretty important. And then we get Noir, who has big AoEs, and they come out fast. So, that's just better. But for now, get ready to see a lot of this. Oh, am I already forgetting how to do things with the start button? Lovely. But yeah, it's just go into a horde, use ROM's Y attack to build up EXE, transform, and then use EXE. And I did it again. And then just watch everything die, or get slightly annoyed that one enemy is just out of your range and you have to wait for the whole animation to play out. Like, or enemies having to respawn, since not everything comes out at once. Which transforms EXEs tend to be longer, so they're better for that, even if untransformed, they're a little bit stronger. There we go. I can just press start to start the scene with ROM instead of pressing A, which I don't know why I was doing that earlier. These first 3 cuts, pretty samey, just dash forward, kill a horde, win. Being able to guarding tends to cancel most animations out, like for attacks or for dashing, so I can just quickly dash like that. Pretty sure Noir is better for this. Sometimes I'll accidentally use an SP skill. I think Noir is better for that because she goes a little further, a little faster. But it helps either way. I do wonder how long this game would be without all these load screens, since maybe it's just when I'm running it, but it almost feels like they take up like half the game. I don't know. These two, poor things, you'll never see them. Just a lot of ROM and a lot of Noir. I think this scene is the first scene where we get an actual boss fight at the end, so... That's gonna be fun. I don't actually play these games in Japanese at all, so hearing it like this is actually kind of interesting. Which it's probably going to be the same for the 4GO run later. Let's cut 2. But in ways, I'm almost glad I'm playing Japanese for this game, because Noir's EXE has memes, old memes. I don't know how I feel about that, it just feels unsettling to hear. Nice. So that was another case of respawning enemies, having a bit of delay on the EXE. Since if I didn't do the Bye Felicia, is what she says. It's not that old, but it's like not vintage old. So at this point, I want to buff ROM's power, which will help out with the boss. Now let me beat it in 1 EXE, which is what the charger is for. Since first EXE is to clear a horde, and then use that, and then use it on the boss. And then, just like that, it cuts over. In fact, this one's just much faster anyway, because instead of having to clear out an entire horde, it's just a certain amount of enemies, which you can just do that pretty quickly. And with this final cut brings the first of several enemies that are going to be a pain to fight. Since bosses in this game kinda suck. In at least one way. But nothing is as bad as the golems we'll be facing later. Because those are basically just everything bad about the bosses. Don't fly. Son of a gun. But if it doesn't fly, you can just run up to it and do it. If not, well, that happens. But from this point onward, no more ROM, because it's all Noir, who requires a little more skill to use, since her AoE is a little bit in front of her rather than all the way around her. And her EXE moves her forward a bit, which can be a little annoying sometimes. If I could find a way to do it, I could probably find a way through the whole game with just Uni, best girl. But like I said, transformed EXEs last a little longer, better for playing out hordes, big hordes like this, which I missed like half of them. So great. But it's fine. And you can never be a ballerina at the end. So it's all good. I don't run the RPGs, and I'm not sure if I do plan on running any of the NEP RPGs, since they're actually, like, you see how quick I am with the menuing. I don't know if I could keep that up for several hours. I missed them all again. You see what I mean with moving forward being a little annoying. I could have planned that out better, but it's fine. Since ideally I could get all three of them with one EXE. There's a lot of enemies in this game that just get knocked out of your EXE, and it's, or just specials in general, and it's kind of annoying. This is good. This is what I was trying to do with that first one. There we go. Is that scene 3 or cut 4? I can never remember. I think that was cut 3. Because after cut 4, I want to buy the mechanical blade. Yep, that was 3. I have just enough materials to sell off to buy a mechanical blade, which is much stronger. And we'll me kill pesky bosses much faster. Like we're gonna see with the first golem. I say that pretty much combine everything I loathe about the bosses in this game, and it's a jump attack where they can just avoid your hits, or having high damage, since we put a lot into power and not defense or HP, we can get wiped out pretty fast. And like I said earlier, they get knocked out of your EXEs, so that requires a bit of planning. Or just Y attacks. Doggoos are pretty nice though, they just kind of sit around and don't do much. I should have just okay, I don't even have to. And the most important part. I mean, with the way this run is going, I may as well give her a cowboy hat, cause yeehaw. The Brave patches, too, increase damage within the first 30 seconds, and that's when all the big fighting's gonna happen, so if I can beat it in 30 seconds, it's basically free damage. Like this. Shit. There. Golems aren't too bad, they don't have that high of health. Later on in the game with their Shadowums, those are the ones that give me pain. Lots of it. Because with their higher health, they actually get a chance to do all the things I mentioned. And when you fight two of them, it's even worse. But for now, we can just coast on through the rest of the scenes. Also, I'd like to think in universe that this is them filming 2 movies in the span of an hour and a half, which, aside from Blanc being the writer for them, would be another reason why their quality is a little rough, to say the least. But pumping out 2 movies in an hour and a half, that's decent B-movie quality, right? You can make money off of it. The LJN of movies? Nice. I think I can just... That's what I wanted to do. And there's one more. That was probably just a waste compared to using an EXE, but whatever. I can just use this here and end it quickly. If I hit everything, hopefully. Yep, cool. I think there's a little lip there that sends me into the air whenever I dash over it, so that's probably why I get sent to the air. And it kind of just breaks dash canceling chains. There's a doggo. This will be a nice doggo. I also kind of hate how, like, the button to activate EXE and lockdown is the same button, because it kind of disorients me sometimes with the camera. Rarely does it make me, like, outright miss, but it can still be a little, like, sometimes. Scene 6 is when it starts getting longer, the missions. Since you gotta go to multiple areas, more bosses. But for the first 5 or so, it's pretty much just coasting through. These ghosts, it was like the skirt outside my range too. I don't know if that's because they have small hitboxes or what, but okay, I was dogged that time, but you see what I mean? There's always one that just lurks and doesn't get killed like it should. I think I should be good to go into cut 5 without buffing my power, but I should probably do it anyway. Yep. Also, those enemies right there, just they don't need to be killed. I don't know why. Because in seemingly every other mission, you gotta kill. If it's not all there from the start, you gotta kill it to make it appear. Don't jump. Good. Those robots they're friendly enough to stay in your EXE when you happen. But they have a jump attack too, and they just deal really high damage. In fact, everything deals high damage without any defense or HP upgrades. I don't even know if I have to do this, but I'm doing it anyway. Same thing with this cut. I don't need to kill the first group of enemies. I can just run right past them. It's all good. At least I'm pretty sure. I think it was 5-4 and 5-5, not... Yep. I didn't fool myself. I appear to be being followed. Nice, I got all 3. On to scene 6, where we do the same thing for about another hour. With very minor variations, depending on what we're fighting. think there is a pretty effective way to defeat Shadow Worms. I'm just got that on the mind right now. I just can't do it consistently. Since I get staggered by specials, and instead of bitching about it, I could just use that to my advantage. This should work. Money isn't even really an issue either. You kind of just buy the mechanical sword and that's it. Every once in a while you get brave patches if you need them. And that's it. That's the only use for money in this game. Since I think for the rest of the run I can get all the items I need just by playing through. EXE chargers and power-up stars. And safety net bowls, I guess. Even... oh, shoot. Even these cannon birds are dangerous. And one bad strike makes it all over! You saw how low my health was. Actually, a lot of this just revolves around being a glass cannon. It's just a damage race. This should work. Yep. There's some attacks I really just don't get, like that slow dive one. Okay. I get you're supposed to use it above enemies, but doesn't feel like it has an oomph that it should. Not that I use it or anything. I want to make sure I get as large of a crowd as possible. If that's the one that stopped me from winning this quickly, okay. I'm about to be really ticked at this ghost. That was a 5th or 6th cut. So... that was 4th. I have notes with me about how many cuts each scene has, but I never forget which cut I'm on. I never forget, never remember. Even these small ones can be a bit of an annoyance sometimes. What am I doing? And why did I do that? That's why. These things are easy. You're invisible during SP skills and EXCs, so that's pretty good for using to my advantage too whenever I see a big attack winding up, like one of their flops. Especially if I see all four of them about to flop. Because that'd be a bad poker hand. Those gorillas aren't too bad either. Like, even the recolored ones, they go down quickly enough to where they're really not a threat. I probably should reapply my patches soon. Where am I? Where am I? So many looks. What am I dealing with? This is what I mean. These things. They suck. This is one that isn't too bad, but these suck. I made a really job proving my point that they annoy me, but they suck. Trust me. Just trust me. I don't even know if I should consider upping strength and XP and XP. Strength and like what's the other stat? Defense. Defense. I don't even know if I should consider upping those. Because even with them upgraded, I die pretty quickly anyway. Which, luckily I haven't died thus far yet. In my PB, I think I died 4 times. Which is definitely gonna work on that. Which, I don't know. Just gotta get better at not getting hit. I think this... that was good enough for Noir. Okay, maybe not. These guys are also pretty annoying, because they also flop away from all your attacks. No. I don't think those things can one-shot me, but I don't want to take that risk. Especially when they do their 3-hit combo. Scene 7. This one's just one shortcut of another shadow one. So it gets its chance to redeem itself for being a bit of a brat. But I prefer not to. Did I also mention this is the game of gratuitous upskirt shots? With every dash? After watching Fairy Fencer, seems like CH games seem to do that, and I'm not surprised in the slightest. I should be using Compass Defense buff more. I should have used Tornado! That's what I mean. That was entirely a mistake on my part, but that's what I mean. But that's not an issue because, well, I can just do it again. And hopefully not suck. Where are you, you big monkey? What I should try doing is, maybe what I should try doing instead, in the future, I mean, like, maybe bringing an EXE booster? I don't know. Anyway, come on. That's what I wanted. Since that way I can at least get a few more hits off. So that way I can get more hits off on the EXE before it gets up and gets knocked back again. But I suppose that worked. Also, I don't know what's sadder. The fact that I actually died to that, or the fact that if I keep going at my current pace, I might legitimately get a PB. Just by not dying in the later scenes. Sure is a darn shame my PC caught on fire. After having to fight a shadow and doing something like that feels really liberating. Cathartic. Just nice. To kill something fast. Uzume's fighting style was already pretty interesting too, since she does something that I haven't really seen much of in Neptunian because I haven't played through Victory yet and therefore know nothing about Kishi, so punches and kicks interest me. This might have been the wrong way to do it, but oh well. Nah, it looks like it'll work. Just clear the horde. Oh boy. That's all of them? Alright. Regular golems. Easy enough. Don't! Oh god. Oh god. I don't want this happening to me. Nope. 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 Maybe I should upgrade. As long as I don't, like... That was a death, so obviously we need more power. No defense, no HP, just more power. Solves every problem. Just hitting it harder. Alright. I think the others are following me at a good enough distance to where the rest should be caught in it. This should be better. Ish. Nice miss. You know, if they keep jumping over me, that'd be nice too. I ain't dealing with your shit. Here we go. There we go. Didn't die again. Doo-doo.
頑張らせてもらうわ。行くわよ。少し待ってくれるかしら。私の演技に見とれても知らないわよ。何かしら。
Oh, oh my god, why? That happened. That happened. That shouldn't have happened, but that happened. Remember what I said earlier about in an action game, you can't blame RNG for this kind of thing? You can't exactly blame RNG for this kind of thing. That was just me being bad in front of a live audience. If they're together, that makes it faster. All according to plan. All according to plan.
あなたの選択は正解ね。張り切っていきましょう。少し待ってくれるかしら。目に焼き付けなさい。女神の演技というものをね。何かしら。行かせてあげるわ。もらったわ。もらったわ。
Oddly enough, even with running it, it's always felt like a game I could just sort of turn my brain down a little bit, turn my brain off a little when playing it, since it's not really all that difficult.
少し待ってくれるかしら。私の演技に見とれても知らないわよ。
I think Noir's Y does comparatively more damage than Blackheart's. So, well, it probably would be useful for like big enemies to swap to Blackheart. I don't. Because I fall into the trap of bigger numbers is better. That's a bad trap to fall into.
少し待ってくれるかしら。
Even though this game doesn't reuse a lot of tracks, the original soundtracks it does have are pretty alright.
演技というものを見せてあげるわ。アイテムね。アイテムね。
But you're not dead?
私に任せて。ラステーションが女神の剣で見せてあげるわ。アイテムね。
I swear that thing was dead. But I didn't get dialogue, I guess. Is it a robot for this one? Yes it is. How do I approach this? I don't know. Do something, please. Cool. I didn't want to risk a third death. 2 was bad enough, especially the second one. I think More's a fair amount of points. I don't quite understand the difference between the two skips in this game, because like the full skip and a tech skip, and there isn't any choices like in Death End, so I doubt it'd be a carryover since I don't think there'd be any reason to. But there's also no reason to use Skyrim spell effects in Fallout 4. What would happen there? So it could very well just be a carryover. I don't know. Because they don't play voice with tech skip. They don't play voice with full skip, so that's not different. I think it goes at about the same speed. Nice. For the longest time, too, I don't know why. Maybe it's the difference between her like 2D sprite and 3D model. Nora's hair has always felt longer, like on the front of her face, like her forehead. After I noticed that in 4GO, it started bothering me. We're not doing this. I said we're not doing this. These artillery birds. No, 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 no.
自分の無力さ思い知りなさい。ジャンプジャンプサッタ完璧だよ。いいえ
If I'm already forgetting which cut I'm on in scenes, I don't know how I'm gonna be able to win the quests in 4GL.
いくよ。張り切っていきましょう。
Well, at least this one's going somewhat decently.
少し待ってくれるかしら。目に焼き付けなさい。女
Something
神
else I wanted to is if there's any way to change the soundtrack in game.
やるわね。アイテム
I haven't bothered looking if there is a way.
狙いは決まったわ。これ好きで逃げられると思わな。
What?
行
Let
か
me.
せてあげるわ。
Nuts!
私
I think I missed.
ゲットゲットはい終わりっと。
This sucks!
ゲット見切れるかし本気を見せてあげるわ。さっと見切れるかしら。それはあいけーアイテムにさっと見切れるかしら。ゲッさっともうはい終わりっと。もらったわ。見切れるかしら。完璧だ。いいえ
Been a lot more close calls than I care to admit.
あなたの選択は正解ね。行くわよ。少し待ってくれるかしら。目に焼き付けなさい。女神の
Oh, nuts. I think this is the double shadow one I was talking about.
何かしら。
Okay. This is gonna suck for like the
ダ
first,
ンステーションが女神の剣で
I don't know how long.
もらったわもらったわ。ゲットアイテムね。バイバイ。みんながチャンスよ。ここで終わりなの。頑張りなさい。何かしら。アイテムね。トルネードサード弱い。ちょっと見切れるかしら。見せてあげる。私のインフィニットスラッシュ。準備完了。
Got a tornado sword. Move closer, please. No?
バイバイ。
Cool. That's fine.
もう時間なの。頑張ってトルネードサー
Oh, cool.
ド見切れるかしら。
But I was invincible during that, which is fine and dandy.
トルネードフィニッシュ。それ何かしら。それ完璧だった。いいえ
It actually went better than I was expecting. Die twice to one, don't die at once to two. Well, that
あ
works
なた
out.
の選択は正解ね。さあ行くわよ。少し待ってくれるかしら。目に焼き付けなさい。女神の演技というものをね。ゲットアイテムね。トルネードフィニッシュ。ゲットアイテムね。私の前に立つのなら誰だって切り捨てるのみよ。
I hate the lock
さよう
on.
ならっと。何かしら。準備完了。いけるわ。ゲット
These two,
よろしくな。
they can be pretty rough. They have the same sort of knockback thing as the Golem,
思い知りなさい。
but nowhere near. Wrong button.
これ式で
Nowhere near as bad,
はい終わり。
because they don't deal as much damage.
いけるわ。助けるわ。
And since they float back when they get knocked back, I can get at least 2 hits on them with an EXE. Probably could have been several modes where I could have put brave patches, but oh well, at this point. Maybe like kill these guys in this. No, there's no way. Oh, nice. Caught one of you in the Woo, that's a lot more damage than I remember you doing. Maybe I should upgrade defense. Coming up on the end game.
ますます演技に磨きがかかってきたわね。はい、オッケー。私。
And so more power is needed. Maybe I should start equipping some items, but too late to do that now. I haven't been outright one-shots, maybe Netflix will work out. Alright, watch this work. Nice. That probably went about as well as it could have gone. So after you clean out that big horde, it's kind of just wait in one spot and hit things. Which is different from the rest of this game, I promise. You don't stand in one spot normally. You shake around at least a little. What? Okay, that was weird. I don't remember. I swear I transformed. I guess the game says no. I'll tell me the last 3 zombies are just these sets. Sometimes missions are just these. Like, I put way too many zombies in just those spots, so you can just use one EXE. I guess that was supposed to be a challenge.
選択は正解ね。さあ行くわよ。
I do think a lot of these maps can be pretty neat if they'd done a little more with them. Like, they have all the tools to make them like a Neptunia Warriors style game. And let's pretend that didn't happen. I want to see them do something like that. You're not dead. Now you're dead. Okay, let's make this work. Okay, that was smooth. I think it would be the plot of a Neptunia Warriors game.
少し待ってくれるかしら。
So would they do Nation War again? Probably not. What are you gonna do? You look like you're about to do something bad. You were. I'll take that as a sign to put some chargers on. How many is that now? 3? 4? Not looking good. Doesn't make me look good at all. Don't you move. Oh, it takes more than one. Okay. Barely more than one. Of all times for things to go wrong. Because I'm not really doing much differently than what I did in my other runs. If anything at all. I don't even know if the slimes attack you. Like the Dagus seem like, again, drawn to a Warriors game, like those generic mugs that never seem to attack you. At least from what I've seen of Nintendo-based Warriors games. Because usually it's an officer or a boss doing that. Oh. Show me the...
今がチャンスよ。ゲット。
You.
頑張りなさい。自分の無力さ思い知りなさい。
That worked.
よかった。完璧だ。いいね。頑張らせてもらうわ。行くわよ。少し待ってくれるかしら。目に焼き付けなさい。女神の演技というものをね。勝った。フィニッシュ。アイテムね。何かしら。勝った。
Do I have to kill these 4 items?
準備完了。いけるわ。もらったわ。アイテムね。はい、終わりっと。アイテムね。もう時間なの？
The fact that Otaku is the only one left is worrying. Okay, it's fine. Damn it.
頑張りなさい。弱い。生意気ね。狙いはもらった。やー。さすがは。いいえ。あなたの選択は正解ね。行くわよ。少し待ってくれるかしら。
EC items are really that strong. I think we should be using them more.
私の演技に見とれても知らないわよ。何かしら。やるわね。フィニッシュ。ゲット。トライだ。勝った。アイテムの完了。いけるわ。我慢で見切れるかしら。アクセス。いいフィニッシュしろ。これがやって。いいえ。
Where are we at now? Scene 11. Crazy to think that you can get halfway through this game in half an hour. I need to do this.
私 あなたの選択は正解ね。
Oh, there it is, the home stretch. And
少し待ってくれるかしら。
come to think of it, this island seems pretty self-sufficient.
目に焼き付けなさい。女神の演技というものをね。何かしら。ゲット。ゲット。ゲット。アイテムね。
There's always some aspect
チャンスよ。
of these games that makes an earlier statement harder to believe. Like,
アイテムね。
they were going to these schools for, like, to learn about student life or something, or learn about human life. Get closer to their citizens, basically. And yet Uzume comes in with zombies and transfer students, and it's like, wait, how does this fit in with the earlier bit? Like, how serious is she with this? And how did this happen anyway? But that's trying to apply logic to a game like this, and that just doesn't work.
少し待ってくれるかしら。 私の演技に見とれても知らないわよ。
Oh, look, it's Big Boy again.
ゲット。アイテムね。フィニッシュ。い
That was actually one tough doggo. Come to think of it.
よろしく頼むわ。助けるわ。自分の無力さ思い知りなさい。何こそ次も期待していいわよ。見切れるかしら。見切れるかしら。さっささっささっさ。完璧だ。いいえ。
I think that was... I forget which cut that was again, but I'm just gonna go and equip Brave Patches anyway. Oh, this one's more Shadow him and defeat all. There's probably more than 2.
少し待ってくれるかしら。名演技というものを見せてあげるわ。
What the? Oh, you. Oh, this is good. This is good. Why? Whatever. This is fine, actually. Okay, that was fine. I guess the more of them there are, the better I do against them.
あなたの選択は正解ね。行くわよ。少し待ってくれるかしら。私の演技に見とれても知らないわよ。
I also just realized I gave her the torn outfit. She kept the cowboy hat. I don't know what you're talking about. Those brave patches only last for 6 cuts, so I probably should have equipped them a little later, but oh well. Big horde, kill them all. What the? Was that a pumpkin? Looks like something just fell from the sky or something. You're saying the credits for 4GO. Which credits?
れるかしら。
It's weird how weird how long Cludia
名
like
演技というも
takes
のを見
to
せちゃ
join the roster.
アイテムね。何かしら。
Okay, is it just me or am I getting like some bad lag?
女神の剣で見せてあげるわ。ゲット。もらったわ。アイテムね。もらったわ。もらったわ。消えなさい。私に任せて。高っ。よっ。このくらいで踊らせたって何も出ないわよ。
The only time an X attack will ever be used just to clear one annoying enemy that wasn't near the
やっぱ
scene.
りなしで。 あなたの選択は正解ね。張り切っていきましょう。少し待ってくれるかしら。目に焼き付けなさい。女神の演技というものをね。弱い。ゲット。見切れるかしら。カット。弱い。カット。あ、インフィニットスラッシュ。とどめよ。アイテムね。アイテムね。
Yo, nice. Did I actually get him with like multiple hits from that? That never happens.
頑張って。もう時間なの？
You.
フィニッシュ。見切れるかしら。自分の無力さ思い知りなさい。
Out of all the zombie otakus, these sliding ones are the absolute worst. Maybe I should put more notes on the splits. That one cut with the two robots to put EXE chargers in there.
何かしら。何かしら。アイテムね。やるわね。カット。カット。アクセスさせてあげるわ。アイテムね。もらったわ。アイテムね。行きなさい。え、ここで終わりなの？よろしく頼む。頑張ってやるわね。
Oh, case in point.
見切れるかしら。
This just got awkward. This just got really awkward.
私が負けるなんて今がチャンスよ。
I talk about EXE chargers and look at what I need now.
次でリベンジよ。いいえ。
This is... Okay.
装備。
This is fine. This is fine.
はい。はい。私。行くよ。はい。さあ、行くわよ。少し待ってくれるかしら。私の演技に見とれても知らないわよ。アイテムね。アイテムね。逃げられる。見切れるかしら。ゲット。ね、アクセス。行かせてあげるわ。ゲット。準備完了。いけるわ。アイテムね。行きなさい。え、ここで終わりなの？これ好きね。私の前に立つのなら誰だって切り捨てるのみよ。フィニッシュ。ゲット。まだまだ。とどめなさい。
Just die.
見切れるかしら。見切れるかしら。カット。これがラスト。いいえ。
I
ますます演技に磨きがかかってきたわね。
Okay, final boss. Ah,
この戦いが
I forgot to equip everything. Wait, nope, I have an opportunity. Yeah, that's all I need.
悪くないと思うわ。私
Yep, that's all I need.
頑張らせてもらうわ。さあ行くわよ。
You know, the longer I go over, the longer you guys have to donate to the race incentives.
私の演技に見とれても知らないわよ。
So if I would just coincidentally die again here, because I mean at this point, screw it.
私に任せて。それ、よろしく頼むわ。私の前に立つのなら誰だって切り捨てるのみよ。バイバイ。
Oh, okay.
私に任せて。 ゾンビだかなんだか知
I
らない
guess that's time.
女神の敵じゃないわ。いいえ。
Yep, that is it.
まさか私たちが負け。
Oops. So that's how the zombies sound Japanese. That's the most important thing.
そんなみんなゾンビのままだなんて。けど私たちがこの島唯一の生き残りってちょっとロマンチ
I'm
ッ
gonna
ク
be
かも。
honest, that kind of sucked.
不謹慎かしら。
But it isn't all bad, right?
Yeah, well done on completing the
自分
run
に浸っている場合
regardless,
じゃ
and
ないんだった。
hopefully
計
get a
画
bit
が失敗した
better
時
go
は
of it and
証拠隠滅のため
cyber
に
it later on.
結社が大型爆弾で島ごと消し去るんだったわ。
For now, we will kick it over to the intermission. We're going to have a restreamer change and then the first interview block as well. So stay tuned and thanks for the run.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, I can send you that if you want it. Hold on. Okay, I am going to cut the stream, so stay tuned. Zfresh will start the stream as soon as possible. Thanks for watching, everyone.